If you've ever struggled with purpose, love, or understanding your role in a relationship, fortunately for you, there is a book that covers all of these issues titled The Way of a Superior Man, right? Even more fortunate for you is that I'll be summarizing and exploring the key ideas addressed in this video, so you don't even have to read the book. Whether you've heard of or read this book, I'm sure you know that it definitely gets a lot of flack due to its very interesting content and explicit language throughout the entire book. But don't worry, I won't be talking about that. My main goal in this video is to explore how we can understand the main differences between masculinity and femininity and use this knowledge to our advantage to live fulfilling, happy lives with loving partners. Everything I say in this video is directly sourced from the book, so I hope YouTube doesn't cancel me or take this video down for some reason. Please, YouTube, do not. Before we can start exploring the three key ideas in the book, we must talk about polarity, which is the essence of energy and emotions, and will make a lot of things way more clear and make a lot of more sense later in the video. When we think of a magnet, we understand that there is a positive and a negative side to the magnet. Now, the positive and the negative sides are attracted to each other, while two positives and two negatives will simply push away from each other. Now, David explains that this is exactly how humans work too when it comes to relationships. There are people who are inherently masculine, who are inherently feminine, and some are neutral. People will be attracted to the opposites, so a man who is a masculine will prefer a woman who is more feminine. The same can be said for a man who is feminine and a woman who is masculine. They will always prefer the opposite. The only outliers are people who are more neutral, as they will be more attracted to other neutral people to keep the balance of positive and negative. The more masculine a person is, the more attractive a super feminine person will appear to them, while someone who is less masculine will be more attracted to a less feminine person. This is how men and women decide their partners, consciously or unconsciously. This ties into people's types when it comes to choosing someone to be with. Now that we understand this, we need to explore what exactly it means to be masculine or feminine, and how it affects our decisions in life and relationships. Let's start with masculine. Earlier, I talked about purpose. According to David, purpose is the most important aspect of a masculine person's life. If a super masculine person had to choose between achieving their lifelong goal or mission or being in a super healthy, intimate relationship, 9 times out of 10, they will opt in for the mission because their mission is primary while relationships are secondary. They can always get into a new relationship and find an intimacy somewhere else, but achieving their goal is why they are here. The ecstasy, fulfillment, and joy they will feel by completing their mission is far greater than having a loving family. Now, I can already tell that some people watching this video will, completely disagree with what I'm saying, but this is the case for most masculine men or women. If someone is less masculine, a purpose and their mission aren't as important to them. David says that if a masculine individual doesn't have a purpose, they will need to discover it as quickly as possible because living without purpose will weaken their core, make their lives feel empty, and if in a relationship, will cause tons of problems as they will never truly give their love their full, undivided attention. Now, a masculine person must do everything in their power to find their purpose ASAP because this will give them the basis of everything they need to do in life. If you struggle to find your purpose, David suggests a few things you can do to try to discover it as quickly as possible. Firstly, remove all small distractions that pull your attention away from what really matters. Now, these distractions include, most things you do on your phone, your work, television, video games, relationships, and even reading. We want to be alone with our thoughts as much as possible, and this will uncover our true lifelong goal, okay? He also suggests maybe going camping alone or hiking in the mountains, as this could also open our eyes to our goal. Lastly, it's important to know that masculine people have something called a do mode, where they are locked into the task that they're doing and nothing distracts them. This is their greatest strength and weakness. If one is without a purpose in life, these tasks will become mindless. You'll end up turning into, some robot just following orders at work. But if you can truly find your purpose, you can use this do mode to achieve everything necessary to come closer to your life's mission. Now we need to explore love. Everything David says about love, women, and femininity is honestly eye-opening. There is this joke I always hear from older men when I go to work that women are impossible to understand and that there should be a manual for women. Well, I think this is the closest thing there is to a manual for understanding women, or more importantly, understanding femininity. The biggest trait for someone who is feminine is the importance of love. They will always prioritize being loved by friends, children, pets, and their partner over any kind of lifelong mission or goal. Most women